I'm having some issues with internet. I'm having some issues with internet. OBS is not giving me the connection. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. Let me see. Hey, antisocial, do you? Yeah, I'm live. So there's it's going on. Yeah, I'm live. So there's it's going on. Bear with me, guys. You hear me? Okay. I'm gonna do this. I know you're not seeing anything. I know. Bear with me. It will be all good. I think this is the only way I can get it properly done the fastest. Hold on. Let me see. Come on. Do your job. Come on. Why are you not doing it? Okay, hold on. We'll get it sorted. I think the internet is back. To add some screens. I could resume an old one, so I just thought let me use this one. Oh, okay. Reconnection. Oh, I hate this. This is because of the bad weather that we had. And that why I was so hesitant to trade yesterday. Let me see. I'll get it sorted. Here we go. Yeah, hold on. Well, don't be too happy too soon because I'm not too happy how things are going. It's still very slow, but I think it's sort of like it's getting restored. So I think there is hope. We have hope. There is hope, guys. Let me see. I'm gonna portray cover page. There we go. You see how slow it is? It's still extremely slow. And in the meantime, let me try to get my camera on. I always have to do this and then I have to go back to the other one. For some reason I have to have a workaround when it does this. Okay, here we go. Come on now. Why is my webcam not working? Okay, again, let me try this one more time. See, we're missing a good move. Yes, come on. Oh, you're not working. We're back, but not fully yet. Not fully for some reason. The video doesn't do. I'm gonna just delete it and I'm just gonna reinstall it quickly. It's the only way. You're giving us a hard time. Okay, just bear with me. Video capture. No, I don't want you. I want you. Still not the right one. Why is my... There we go. Now we have it. Okay, now it's working. God damn it. What's wrong with you, all you things? Okay, here we go. I'll make myself a little bit bigger. Not too big. We want more. I think this is good enough. Here we go. Okay, guys, let me know how. It's extremely glitchy, and I have no idea what's going on, but it seems to be a little bit better. Hey, Dean, I read your news. Dean, is Dean here? Dean, are you here? Yeah, let's hope it improves, guys. Okay, here goes. Sorry about that. My apologies. Let's get into the charts. Let's get into the charts. So Dean sent a message in the previous stream that I killed that he lost quite a bit of money now already. So I just was wondering what happened. So Dean, if you're here, sorry to hear, but if you want to elaborate what happened. Okay, guys. It was a long stream yesterday, but I had so much fun. But we still have the beautiful trend line intact. We might break it now, right? You see that one? I don't know who of you guys were yesterday in the stream. Remember, I had that little. Remember this area that I had? I'll give it a bit of color because it's too hard to see it. I'll make it a little bit greenish because we want buy side. I want buy side in this, and I want to show you something because if you look on the 15-minute, you think it is balanced until here, right? But if you look at the 1 hour, it is balanced until the midpoint. And if you look at the 4 hour, it is just balanced until here right now. Oh, you got the short on gold? Ooh, so you had a good day. Okay, don't give anything back. So I just want to show you how you, if you want to go about, think about markets being balanced and unbalanced. Like if you have like an opening range gap, I changed the name to Roar because yesterday at the end of the stream I was getting a little bit like, you know, trying to make fun with some emojis. But this is the opening range gap. But you see, we need a 4-hour candle to balance this out. Not a 15-minute, not a, but you see the difference if you go through the times, if you want to understand how balanced markets work. So for me, if I think this is to be balanced, I expect a 4-hour candle distribution candle to go all the way up here now. So that I was waiting for that yesterday, but then again, I guess we stopped here, right? We stopped. We went all the way down again, and now we're making our way up. So I'm not too worried. I think we're just in the 2-hour. The 2 o'clock just started, so I'm not too worried. I do think that we are going to get our 4-hour distribution in this move. I've been waiting for this all day since yesterday, so I think we're going to get it now. And if not, it will be later today. I don't care, but we're going to get the 4-hour. We're going to get this filled today. I don't care, NQ. You're going to do that today. So. Does that make sense if how I explain it about how you go about NWOGs? This is literally not only about opening range gap, NWOGs. This is how I can, it helps me to prepare myself for larger moves. And also with the trend line that has been created yesterday, I made this line. I'm sort of like, okay, I think we're going to break it now. Like I said yesterday, it doesn't, when we were creating this, it was 1, 2, 3, and I was like, oh shit. Normally when you see this beautiful trend line on the higher time frame, it doesn't break it when it creates it. I thought, okay, we're not going to break now, or we probably have to wait for a while. It could be Asia, but I think we're going to break now with the candle, as you can see right now. We're going to go through this beautiful line now. So I think my bias is clear, but I do have some buts. It sounds weird, but we have a few wicks here, so I want to see how it's going to react in this midpoint, and obviously we'll get into a nice trade. I'm hoping we get a little bit of a reaction here, perhaps to the downside again, because that's what wicks do, right? They don't go through them straight away, they take time, and then maybe that will be our entry because we missed this move, but that's okay. It just prepares us. We are now. It gave me the information that we are most likely are getting into the 4-hour distribution move to fill this green box now. And I'm only interested in a 4-hour candle, so it means we need quite a bit of distribution. Well, it's not much, right? It's just 400. It's just about 90 points. But I really want a 4-hour candle now because it's a 4-hour candle that I miss. It's not a 15-minute. I want a 4-hour candle because I want this balance now. And yesterday it did almost more than half. No, not even on the 4-hour, but so I expect at least yeah, we just started. I'm just thinking we have another one higher. I'm just thinking, are we going to go all the way up to this one here? Let me extend this one. I'll make that green too, because then you know what I'm looking at. This one has nothing. This one has no. Oh, Dean, you're here. Yeah, I saw. I read your message. I'm sorry to hear, man. And you know you were right about that short though yesterday. You said short. Remember, it was just not the time yet. What happened? Do you wanna tell? Okay. Okay. So if we make it 4-hour distribution all the way up here, so we'll see how it's going to react. But I'm very okay. I'm bullish as hell now. I guess that's pretty clear now, right? I'm very bullish. And I want this into 4-hour candle. So let me put it that way. I don't want a 4-hour closure below this point. Then, but I don't think that will happen now because I think it's ready to move. We created trend line liquidity yesterday. We have 2 opening range gaps that still need to be filled. So let's go and queue. Move your ass. And I'm gonna open my account. I'm not sure if I can. Is everything, is the connection good, right? A quick drop after I went to bed. Yeah, it was a beautiful drop. But you didn't miss anything, Dean. It was a horrible price. We had fun just doing the stream, but I learned a lot. But you know what? All that information that we looked at actually helps me now to identify what's going on now. You know, we created all these before we created this trend line, and it's sort of like, you know, when you, and I said 1, 2, 3, most of the times the 4th time will break through it. Sometimes you get more lines, but then, you know, you will see that happen. Well, maybe this is the 4th one. It could be that we get this one here because it's sort of like could be, and then we get one more tap down and then we might break it. But we're going to break this line, and it matches with all the other information here with having to fill the 2 gaps. So everything is lining up now. The only thing that we need to line up with this is time. When will it do it? When is the time right for us to make the move? So that's now the only thing we need to look into. Like, okay, so we have to be only vigilant about that. But we know where. I mean, we know where it's going, right? Let me see. I don't like the times though. 7:30. What time is this one? 9. You see that all these candles here are 9. You see that? 9 o'clock. You see that? 9, 9, 9. You see that all these large down movements have been created at 9 o'clock. That's not a coincidence. 369 is a thing, guys. So let's wait till 3 o'clock to the 350 macro. 250 macro. But you see how beautiful this all the time, 9 o'clock. You just 24-hour, 9 o'clock. 24-hour, 9 o'clock. Now here we start breaking. Here the sequence is broken, right? 9, 12. 9 here. 130 here. Yeah, I do want my opening range, my end walks here and my event horizon just to keep an eye on it. So you see where we are moving down a little bit because we hit the midpoint of an end walk as well. Just gonna keep this. I just need that information on the side. I will drop to the lower time frame, guys, but I just want to see. I'm just a little bit more interested in the higher time frame for now, just to see what's happening before I drop to the lower time frame for an entry. But I'm not interested in any entry until we reach this little wick here, and I want to see how price reacts, because I'm sort of thinking, if I look at time, I'm wondering if it's going to make the move to the upside not before 3 o'clock. So that's why if it does, I might be a little bit, I think we just have to wait a little bit longer. And we had a beautiful move in this one. Oh, let me I do need to do something. You guys know what I'm going to do, right? You guys know what I'm going to do, what I need to do. Where's my 150? The micro. We need this information is very important. 150 to 210. Then I'm going to look for the fair value gap that has been created between 130 and 2. I think this one is the best one. Hey, Nat, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Yeah, I think we might get one more move down and then a move up, but let's see. I do think we are in a 4-hour distribution, but then again, we're at the beginning of the 4-hour distribution, so it doesn't have to move now, right? Because we still have until 6 o'clock. So I was trying to, when I said it, I was like, yeah, but it's really early. I can anticipate this, but a 4-hour candle can go bearish first, even though when it's when we have a distribution candle, right? Because it's going to frame the manipulation wick first. So that's why time, if you expect something, I'm bullish, but I do think it's not the time yet to make the move yet. And that's why it's okay to miss this first move, right? It just gives you information. And it left a few little gaps as well. And for me, it was also nice to see on the 15th that it didn't go into that wick yet here. So like in this large wick, did we actually? No, we rejected here. Okay, we rejected in this rejection block right over here. So this is a rejection block now. So you can expect to move to the downside, retracement, right? But I do expect another stop here. I do expect another. It will not continue. Well, it maybe might, but let's see. But this is a rejection block now, so that's why we're rejecting. Yeah, Shemo, it's so it's so annoying when you don't have. But that's when we had really, really bad weather, rain, and I was surprised that yesterday we held. But I just couldn't. I was too afraid to put a trade on because even though you have a stop loss or your TP in, I'm just. I've had it a few times, and sometimes it takes a long time before they restore the internet, and you just don't want. I just don't want to be in a trade. You don't know if your stop is not being respected or I don't sleep well. So I stopped trading. I was green on the day, but I did miss a few moves, but it's okay. Um, sometimes that yesterday was really a lesson in patience and acceptance, to be honest. Um, but that's all good, right? So, but Dean, did you I know you're a really good trader, so I'm just I don't know your size normally, but I know that when you mentioned your loss this morning, um, just like a normal? Is it like a well managed loss, or is it like did you have like a really bit of accident today? I'm just wondering because I know you mentioned it. Could we frame any breaker or retest area? Do we have anything we could retest properly? Well, this is a breaker now, but this is a large breaker, I guess. Can we use it? Or is it a mitigation? Let me see. I think I would rather use this one here now as a mitigation. Can you order block? Can use, we've got midnight here. I think I'm just gonna wait because of time, right? Because of the three. I think if I see if I see all these created at a specific time, well, this one is, you have to look at the 90-minute, by the way. Um, see, we created a fourth little wick here. 1, 2, 3, this is number 4. I do think this one is going to go through this candle. So, is my voice still cracking when I use the mouse? Could you guys tell me? So yesterday, KC, he observed that when I do this, is my voice cracking? I'm moving my mouse now. Is it cracking? Could someone give a yes or no? But the market was just in a range. Yeah, Dean. Those are. I mean, for me also, when it's ranging, that's the time when I also get the most losses. So for me, I'm making it a sport to try to identify the ranging market faster to be able to say I'm not anticipating, because that's also my area where I usually take my most losses. But I think a little bit. Okay, so when I use the mouse, right? Yeah. So I still have to sort. I just want to make sure if it's consistent, then I know that's an issue, and then I have to find out what I can do about it. At least we found out, right? Because sometimes I go back in the stream and like, oh, there is no. I think it's a combination of things. So yeah, Shemo, as a new tuber, you can have those little things, but at some point, when you get longer in the game, those things need to be improved. And until I'm still under 1,000, I can have these little things that are not perfect yet. But at some point, I think when you start to get like you do it long, I think the time as a beginner, you have you're okay to do some stuff, but you need to improve it. I think, especially when you want to, you want to provide value, and I think quality of the stream is important. Sound is important. Also the I think 4K, and you need to start investing in that a little bit as well, I think. In the beginning, okay, you start out and you don't know what you're doing yet, and you can be forgiven. But at some point, I think, no, you need to sort of like, but it's all a work in progress, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, I think I'll go back. I'll go a little bit lower because I want to see. Not you. You have to stay in the 4 hour. Oh no, I want to look at the weekly range. By the way, it's Friday. It's Friday already. Let's look at the weekly range. Where are we? We are body below 60%. Wick. Okay. We have a little gap here as well. Dean, what did you say? Oh, thank you, Shamo, for the compliment. Yeah, no, it's just you go along and you just be yourself and enjoy. That's the most important thing. And then along the way, we just improve, right? We learn. We keep growing as trader and as a streamer. Um, Dean, you said 1 hour time frame, and Q may drop to 25,134. You think 25? Oh, that's quite a drop. You think it's going to drop in this London session? 25,134, and then we might make the move up later today. Okay, interesting. So you don't think we are going to do this now? Okay. But then, okay, so you think this might be the manipulation move of the 1 hour candle, and then we're going to have a down close candle on the next one. So the 3 o'clock a down close candle. I'll tell you how I see it. I think this event horizon is very important for today, for now, between now and 3 o'clock. I think I want a body closure above the event horizon for the next candle, for the next 1 hour candle. Because let me look at the higher time frame a little bit. You think we're going to take out all this liquidity? Okay. You think we're going to take out all this liquidity before we go back up? That's your take. Antisocial. So you think also we are going to take that liquidity out before making a move higher? Okay, interesting. Interesting. I can see it. I can see that too because we got Asia high here, we got New York here. But let's see how what's going to happen now, because we do have. we respected this inversion here, so we retested this. We retested a previous 1:30 to 2 a.m. first presented right over here, and I think this gap really needs to be filled, and I can't imagine now that it goes into it again, now again into it. But hey, it's exactly at my 1.25, which is a very important level. Always I use those, and it's sort of respected. So I'm sort of like, okay, wait. But it's interesting. It did make another wick exactly in that trend line you see here. So it could be 4 tabs. It doesn't have to be 3, right? I said it could be more. So it could be, you guys could be right, and then we could get another low down, and then we get another move up. Let's see. I want to see where this body, the 1 hour body, is going to close. We don't even have a wick yet. You see, this is interesting, right? So on the 1 hour, we don't have a wick to the downside. So it could be that we are creating the upper wick, and then we might go down at some point. It could also be a manipulation wick on the 1 hour, right? Like it goes down, boom, and then go back up. So like you get like a very fast wick. Take out all this liquidity in one, and then it spikes back up. Okay, what has Asia been doing? I need to look in some stuff. That's good. Yeah, Dean, that's really good. Take a break sometimes and just watch, tape read, and just yeah, I think that's good. I actually yesterday when in the London session I didn't take a trade, and actually I was thinking that's actually one of the first really times that I didn't really put on a trade. And when we finished, I felt really actually, I don't want to say proud, but that I was able to just be content with that and just tape read and watching the market, and actually also be okay with missing a move. And then when we had the AM session, we had pretty good move. I mean, the move, even though it didn't finalize, I still had a really good run before I had the internet issues, right? So I was like, you know what, the wait was really rewarded. I didn't have my full, what was it, 1,000 ticks or 975. It was, I can't remember, but it was still, I think 100. I mean, I can't remember how many points it was, but it was over 60 points for sure. So, and that was like you feel it, and you feel content with the risk, and you take it. Okay, it didn't work out in the full range, but at least you have like a you just feel comfortable entering, and then you adjust along the way. I just started back trading a month ago. I'm still new to this. I actually came in through Rick. Hey, antisocial. Wow, just a month in. That is very short. How are you? What are you studying? What are you interested in? I haven't seen Wiku, by the way, for a long time. How's he doing? I miss Wiku, and I think I haven't seen him all week, by the way. You're so new, but that's awesome because you're not infected with retail. So I think you're already in the good area with the people that are, not teaching you any retail stuff. So I think that's really good if you start out, because I lost a few years. I lost 3 years. I think 3 years, yeah, with retail, and you really sort of like need to um, unlearn some things, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, so antisocial, let me know if there's some specifics you want me to go over or need to focus on, because sometimes I just don't know. You just assume that people know basic stuff. So I don't go into that, but maybe, I could maybe emphasize some basic stuff that maybe are for you new, but for most not. Let me know. Anything that helps? Do you find it overwhelming a little bit? I'm just trying to go back to when you're really, really new. For me, it's like really long ago now, like even though it's 6 years, but then with the retail, I'm just trying to, I can't remember how I felt, but I was learning the wrong things anyway. So I was like swimming and no idea what I'm doing. But I'm just wondering if I would have start with what I'm doing now with ICT, for example, and seeing the logic in the chart already. I was wondering how I would experience it. You like it and like sessions and watch WikiU and videos from ICT. Okay, wow, yeah. And it's amazing if you can implement, if you can see it in the charts, right? If you are doing the videos and you go into the chart straight away, and you can sort of like see what he's teaching and implement it and see some things real life, right? Yeah. Well, just let me know. I mean, if there's any topic or PD array you are learning and you're like, hey, could you go over that PD array or something? Just let me know. It's always good to go over some stuff, and also as a refresher for myself and for others, I guess sometimes. So I noticed where we're also reacting right now. You see this little area here? That's the first presented fair value gap of yesterday's PM session. So we are rejecting now exactly there. Oh, okay, yeah, so you did start somewhere else. Yeah, it's important to have a right community around you. Um, Trading is can be lonely business, right? When you're by yourself. I was somewhere else back in 2021. I was again quoted. Oh, okay. So you did get the wrong. Okay, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, most of us did, right? I mean, sort of like where we all start. It's actually crazy if you think about it. So many books that are written by so many people that are just plain bullshit. And I wonder if they know it, or are they just really delusional? Because I'm like, it really doesn't really work. Yeah, maybe one time, right? If you have all those patterns and it's like, yeah, maybe also those trend lines. I mean, yeah, sometimes they work, but most of the times there is no. Well, I have a trend line here. They work sometimes, but it's all about liquidity, right? But the point is, how many times does it make a trend line like this, right? If you work with trend lines. Um, and then the question is, when will it break? Okay, we're almost at the next macro. I'm really curious to see if we're going to get a bullish macro or a bearish one. It will give us more information. I actually see I do see a market maker, the buy side of a market maker buy model. I do see that. I consider this a range. So I don't want this to be broken, this range. Let me look at the OTE levels. This is faster. I don't want price to go below midnight in order to be bullish. So this is the range. This is the range that I'm looking at. I do see a market makers. There's a lot of time distortion, but I do. You can delete, I guess, a couple of things, and then it's just this range. We went higher. Let's see if we can finalize this range now. And that's also that little my area that I'm waiting for almost 24 hours now. So I like it that Asia did not go lower, did not take out New York high or low. So it's range bound. That's nice. I'm hoping Asia is gonna provide support. Nat, no, I'm not going to go over and over basic stuff again, but I haven't gone over any. I don't think I have gone over a lot of basic stuff, right? But if someone I thought he just started. But no, I'm not planning to go over basic stuff and over again. Definitely not. But I can understand if someone just touches on a new subject, then it might be sometimes handy just to go over some stuff. But no, I definitely don't want to do. I totally get what you're saying. I actually want people to study and be. Okay. Am I doing it already too much? Is that what you're saying? I think we're a little bit more than basic here. I think for people that don't have a lot of ICT knowledge, the streams are a little bit complicated already. But yeah, sometimes I think when I see people are really studying and doing their best and they really like have one topic, I will go over it. But I don't want to. I actually thought about that yesterday when I was in bed. I was like, okay, like say if I would grow and people would come in, like I don't want to answer any simple questions about prop firms and things that you can look up yourself, and I will be very clear about that. But I will make sure that the channel. I was thinking like, do I want to be a ICT trader for intermediate, and just I want to speed up beginners, and then I can guide them to my Discord, and then I'm building like a knowledge base for beginners, and I'm really thinking that's how I want to do it, and then for the intermediate, we we do that in here. So that's how I want to. I was actually already thinking like, how am I going to frame it? But then again, I also don't want to scare everyone away. But I will move them to the Discord and assist them there a little bit more than here on stream. So. Well, Ned, I got a comment from a very from an ICT trader. He was very experienced. He says, I share too much information. He said, stop. You're sharing too many gems. But I made actually a short about that because it was very funny. But anyway. Hey, Ahmed, not yet. No trades yet. We're waiting. But guys, I think I'm getting interested now because we're in the macro. I think I'm going to enter a paper long. Oh, that's happened because I think it doesn't work. Oh, it does. Okay. Thank God. Well, you guys, you know my. So it's not a signal service here. So if you want to take the trade, it's at your own risk. For those who come for signals. I get signals from my chat. I think I might be too early. It's okay. Mm, 42, 48, 50. $26 to 40, and I think it might be a continuation to the downside though. Yeah, I think it might be a, hey, Seek for Wisdom, how are you doing? Yeah, it's okay, I'm getting out. Hold on, I'm just gonna wait one more minute. We created this. Create. Yeah, I'm also just paper trading just to get, I need to get into the groove. 25, 3 times 9. Dean, I thought you were, you said you were just gonna watch. What happened? Are you just paper trading? Okay, we had a run from 20 to 40 to the downside. We hit a fair value gap. I'm just thinking, did we mitigate anything of any significance? We mitigated Asia high. Yeah, we just touched that. Yeah, I think if we're gonna break this, it has to be a like I said, it has to be the 250, 350, the 310 macro. If we're going to go, if it's going to be a 4-hour distribution, this it has to be within this time. Otherwise, I think it might not even be before the 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just using this inversion, sort of, but I don't trust it 100%, but we'll see. So Dean, you already got in before the inversion was even finalized, right? So that's really a gamble then. I sort of like think, okay, you know what? I consider this like a sort of an inversion, and I sort of like, you know, decided to get in here, just market order in. I should have gotten in here though, and then my stop should be, actually my stop should be below the inversion right here instead of here. to be honest. But my entry should have been here and use the inversion as a stop and a front run. But then actually I can't consider this a breaker either. But I do think with everything going on and everything just, I'm thinking that it's time to move your ass up into that box now. Come on, NQ. But then I could also see it go lower to here, here, or maybe even break it, and then it goes lower, right? Okay. Because ES goes up. Okay. I haven't even watched for, thank good one. See, I need to look at all, I forget all these little things. Do we have SMT? Thank you, Dean. Distribution, baby. But then again on ES, I think we'll stop here. 6847. We don't have SMT though, but it's okay. I still think we have it. We're going up. Yeah. Come on, baby. Do your thing. Okay, beautiful. Now we've got, I'm gonna put it below this now here. Got a gap here as well. I don't like the way it's moving. Cole van der Sing, what do you think? Do you think I make money if I always paper trade? I'm not going to answer that question because it's a stupid question, to be honest. And I love paper trading. There's no shame in paper trading. Yeah, but I mean, what do you think? I mean, do I always paper trade? I live off trading, so I mean, I'm a profitable trader, so no, I don't paper trade all the time. But I love paper trading. I have internet issues, so when I start the morning, I always do my first two trades paper trading to see if I'm on time or if I'm looking at the market properly. I'm a distribution trader. I trade large ranges, so I'm always looking like, am I understanding the market before I put my money on the line? And when I have internet issues, I'm very careful as well. Then I would rather paper trade and not put my money on the line in case my internet goes back out again. So, but it shouldn't make any difference if I put on a trade live or a paper trade, right? I mean, it's still there, and it's still a fucking good trade. For those who come for signals, we can still benefit from them. Please sweep. I think I'm going to get my 4-hour distribution candle to this. I'm leaving my TP here. I might, and I'm okay to miss a trade on my account because it's wash, rinse, repeat. When I know I'm on site, I know there will be more trades to take, and then I take it on my account, and it's all good. I don't mind. Okay, I can bring it to break even. Okay, I think we're going to break it now. I think we're going to fill this now. And it has to be, like I said, it has to be a 4-hour distribution candle in order to fill this, to make this a balanced price range. But again, I want to show you guys where I think it might reject is this limit point. Why? Because of this wick here. And I do think this is, let me check if this is exactly the midpoint. There will be a point where I will, yeah, it's exactly the midpoint as well. So let's see how far we can get it. And if we get a glad you took that long, because I was about to change my mind. About, what do you mean? You were about to change it to a short, or seek for wisdom? Have you checked the? We talk about time a lot, right? 369. Look at the 90 minutes, and you understand why this. And I said it that this trade has to work either in the 250 to 310 macro. But I really want to see if we can get over this. Or are we going to reverse here a little bit? Are we going to? I was looking long continuation for the 1 hour. Yes. But we could just make a little wick here because we got to see at the midpoint we have an N walk. We could just sort of reverse here again. You see here at 388.50. Let's see what happens at 388.50. I might stop the trade there and reassess and get in. Looking at, if I look at the time, if we get to that area around at the end of the macro, I might exit. Oh shit. Thank you, Boris. Welcome. Okay, macro still running. Let's see. It's just a paper trade, guys. I'm just still warming up. I have some internet issues as well, so I'm not taking any risk. Just seeing if I'm reading the market correctly, if I'm in tune with my analysis, but also executing. It's as a streamer, sometimes you have your analysis is correct, but you're just shitty at execution for some reason. So both things, I want both things in tune before I put on my before I touch my evals or my funded account. And we have all day. I mean, we still have New York coming as well, so I'm not in a rush. I actually getting really patient, I think, and really being okay, you know, just not being in the trades on my accounts. And sometimes, yeah, like yesterday, I didn't trade at all in London. That was actually one of the first times, I think. Okay, now watching time, because it's getting a little tickle. You see here we're at that trend line, right? Look how we're exactly here. It's sort of like still respecting that one. Yeah, seek for wisdom is it's sometimes it just and that's why I love paper trading, because that's how well, paper trading, execution, paper trade. That's why I do it. And if people don't like it, yeah, it's their problem, but that's how I improve my execution by, and especially my stop loss placement, especially in these trades. Like, you know, this is a larger trade, like, okay, when I'm very eager to move it already. I feel the same in the paper trade, because I know I have to journal it, and I feel the same. That's why I don't back test anymore. I just forward test. It's always live. But yeah, I feel like I want to trail this one very, very fast already, but I'm not doing it. So paper trading is for I do that for my improvement of executions, get better entry points, get better because every trade that I take, paper trade, I journal and I go over it, I reverse engineer, and that's how I still improve without risking my money. Well, I'm still risking money, obviously, when I put on a live trade. I'm okay, I still lose. Don't get me wrong. Still have losing trades. Okay, I don't like this. I'm getting out. Yeah. You see, we're respecting this trend line here. You see that? That line that we made yesterday from all those highs that it created. This one, this one, this one, and now we're making a fourth one, and apparently it's never too late. Would it make sense to move it to break even and let the trade run because it's already a free trade? When I think that only makes sense if you still think, especially when you make the larger move, when you still think you are good to go. But this was quite. I think we're going to reject here anyway. So I thought my TP was high. But if I'm in a trade, normally I let it run. Yes. And normally you're not. It's never too late. ICT, something that he went over is that you're actually not supposed to move your stop to break even before price action has covered half of the move already. And what I do too fast is that I move it before that time. So it does when it comes down. It's sort of like when my entry is not really the best, I get stopped out because it's less than that half. So for now, for example, it might have been a mistake on my end to get out of that trade, but I just didn't feel comfortable because I'm just sort of like wondering, because time wise, like, are we going to move further down are we going to go into consolidation again here? And I've been in consolidation so much lately that I'm sort of fed up with that. I would rather be out, and because I don't know if you guys are new, but the people that have been here, we've been in a lot of time in consolidation this week, right? We sat through hours of consolidation. I just want to go. I want to have a look. So I'm sort of like I think I'm traumatized by that a little bit. It's a bit of a joke, but it has some truth to it. So I'm just looking here on the 15-minute. Like if I look at this area here, we're getting back into this. I'm like, okay, are we going to go back into this again, right? So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant. And like I said, I treat my paper trades the same. I feel the same emotion. So I'm like, okay, let me get in and out because I just want to see what's happening. And we're just outside macro. Um, um, so that's the reason why I got out now. Um, and hey, it might run because I do think we're going to get a 4-hour candle buy side like this one. So I might miss it now, and then I would be sort of like really annoyed a little bit with it because I called it and then I get out because but that's, my emotional, I'm not emotional, but then emotion took over because of this. Um, but yeah, I do think we're going to get a 4-hour candle through, but I just don't know now. But I said it has to happen in the 250 yeah, and also, you know, Dean had a loss because of consolidation, you know, when it was ranging, and I'm very, when you've been through that, it sort of like gets to you, right? And that you have to be also vigilant, like, okay, but you don't want to miss moves. And I'm still looking at this wick here as well, and I'm thinking, we're going to reject, you know, I expect rejections in this area anyway, or chop, because why? Of this wick. A wick is just a bunch of, it's a 15-minute one. And let me see of the 1 hour. A wick is just a bunch of gaps which needs rebalance, and balancing out. Price takes time to do that because there are many balances, imbalances. So when you see a large wick, and especially here you see on the 1 hour, so I'm thinking, you know, it's gonna, we're not gonna do it in this macro. So I know I have to wait until the next macro now, most likely. But we entered the area, so we're on. I'm very convinced because this is an imbalance. That's why this green area is an opening range gap, and on the 4 hour, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. On the 4 hour, until we moved into this one at 2 o'clock, it was only sell side. I am looking for a buy side through it on the 4 hour. This is what I'm looking for. So you see the cash going in, but on the 4 hour, we have a large wick as well. So I'm expecting rejection. I'm expecting chop. I don't want to be in chop. I've been in chop enough this week. I had a 6-hour stream yesterday. We had fun, but it was in chop, and I had internet issues, so it was a paper trade a lot, but I was in chop, and also in London we watched chop. So I'm like, you know what? No more. I'll watch it, but I don't want to be in it, even not in a paper trade. No. But I want to be in this candle. But technically, if I think we're going to get a 4-hour run, I should be in it already, but I should have been in here at the 2 o'clock, so I missed that move. That is something I'm going to work on, guys, because I start the stream at 2, but I had internet issues. I was working on it, but yesterday we missed that move in London as well because the move started at 2 o'clock. Most of the times I use the 152.10 only for information, but lately it should have been my entry. So I'll go over that again. So, but getting an entry here and then get stuck in chop, no thank you, because it could go a little bit lower as well. So if that makes sense. But hell, I'm expecting a move through this. I've been watching this one for 2 days now, or maybe even 3 days. I'm waiting for this move. So look at the 1 minute, baby. Well, they're making a lot of babies. Ahmed, I don't know. Maybe give it 1 or 2 days and trade a little bit more vigilant. I think it's what you need to do is just look at the continuous and just be a little bit more vigilant. But you don't have to really take off. When you are starting to get more experience, you'll see you will start looking. Okay, where were the old gaps? Where are the new? What's the differences? For example, we noted on the continuous that there was a large. There was a big end dog, which was not on the new monthly contract, for example. But when you watched in New York, when the moment the AM session opened, it filled that gap. So it balanced the indifference out very quickly during the AM session when it was Tuesday that I rolled over. But then you look at, okay, where are the differences and then you watch, okay, what's balanced, unbalanced, and then you figure out very quickly, okay, that's imbalanced, so it's clear now. It was all, for me, it was all sorted out before 11 a.m. in the AM session. So, but you just need to see where are the in discrepancies, and where in which areas do I need to be vigilant, which is unclear to me. So, but you don't need to take but you know, it's always good to, if you make good money, it's always good to take time off. Dean, you're so funny, Dean. I love it. I think a few lines back, you said, "Oh, I'm just going to take a step back," and then you made your money. But yeah, when you see opportunity and you're sure, you just go in, right? That's how we roll. That's how we do it. When you know what you're doing, you do that. No, I'm not too worried. I'm actually going back. I will take a trade, and I think my internet is quite stable now, so I know what price is doing. I know where it's going. So now I'm like going to wait a little bit, and I know I still have enough room to take to 426, 425. Oh, it's not that much, but I'll wait for another entry. It might go even higher, by the way. I mean, but I think I just want to see. I do think we're going to get a reaction here. Maybe we already had it though. I have to open my account. I haven't even opened it. And if I miss it, I miss it. It's okay. It's wash, rinse, repeat. Enough opportunities. But you know, when you have a move, you really anticipate and talk about it all the time. You want to be in it, right? And I've been talking about this one since yesterday, non-stop. I think people in the chat are fed up with me about, oh, she's again about that little green box. She goes over. Yeah. Are we moving? Yeah, we're moving. We might not get chop. It might be really, we might really get a nice, it might be just a full-blown candle now. Let's see. We're finally getting it. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. It's like you're waiting for the drop to 4 and it came. Yeah. You know, the thing is, when you look, you always have to look to your left, right? And if you see this, you already know it's not going to be easy. It's on the 4 hour, it will be a nice juicy candle, but if you go on the lower time frame, it will be a little bit more back and forth because of this area here. And once we're through here, we have another bunch of wicks here, which also which signifies chop. So it will not be pretty. And at some point it might spike up after it's done its thing, but you don't know when. So then you have to be more vigilant about time. So I'm just going to keep it on the higher time frame a little bit because this worked. Thank you for that. I'm just going to mark this one. It will most likely respect some levels as well. Let's see. Chop, 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 chop. We have to sit through chop, chop. And also, I want to reiterate again this green line, this green. is the first presented fair value gap of yesterday's PM session. So also, you know, they are reused as well. So I also anticipate like, we could get a reaction here as well, or just a little stop. Now again, my entry I should have stayed in, but I wasn't too comfortable. Why? Also because we have a little gap here, and I thought we might go lower into this gap, and also flat bottom candle. So I was actually hoping that it would go a little bit lower and take this out, but it did not. So I should have stayed in, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Doesn't work. Let's see how low it can go, and um, oh, are you gonna give us? I would love it to go here. I don't think it's gonna do that. No breaker here. Let me see on the one. Yeah, Dean, that's not the one sometimes NQ is stronger and sometimes ES is stronger. Do have SMT. Mm, mm, mm. I think it's December. We do have SMT with 18th of December because we took out here. And Q took out 18th of December and ES did not, right? So, and Q took out 18th of December here, this one, with this wick here, and ES did not. So technically we have SMT here. This is the SMT. Now the only thing that I wonder is I think ES is going to catch up, because I think ES is just going to catch up with this. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm not in the trade, to be honest. Happy that I decided to get out. Let's see. It's going to take its time. I think I'm going to open the door. Hello. Such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. We finally got sun again, guys. It's been so rainy and windy. It's so depressing when it's like that. Oh, look at nice. Oh, my little kitty. You're so cute. You are so cute. You're gonna open this. Oh, sun. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Sunshine. Okay, nice. Nice. We're going nicely down. That's good. So we took out, so NQ did take out a NES high and ES not, but I don't know if it's, we are moving to the downside somewhat, but let's see. 330. 330. Gosh, this area is just, it's quite annoying to be honest. It just keeps on, it didn't even go to 50% of the wick, not even to the 50%. So it even went lower than yesterday's price action. But then again, we still have quite some time on the 4-hour, right? So, but we've got a wick here, we've got a wick here. Well, we consider this the inversion that we will, again, yeah, so this whole area now, we're just chopping in. If you have a larger inversion like this, well, it's not an inversion, it's actually a silly. But we're just working our way in this, and it's already disrespected, right? It went over it. So even though we went over it, we go back into it, over it, into it. So it's just the price action we're in. So you would think if you have this nice candle, you are over the bearish fair value gap, right? But then again, it goes back into it. And so it's sort of seek and destroy-ish, going back and forth. And that's when you have a lot of wicks, just goes back and forth into the wicks. So this wick will be used. I do think we are going to take quite a bit of time to go into it. So we just tap into the a quarter level. Maybe the next one will be here. Go back down again. especially on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, you'll see they'll make a few candles with larger wicks. So let's check out the 1 hour can. What are they doing on the 1 hour? Okay, that's not too bad though. Well, we have a flat bottom here. That's nice. We like that. With no wick. So we might have some manipulation here to the downside, because this needs to be mitigated at some point. There's a lag of manipulation. This needs like a wick. So let's see. What level is that? Is that? Oh, that's exactly this level here as well. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like this level. And especially, I really like this level. Why? This is the one that's created in the 150 to 210 macro. When I see that, that's why I always mark that area. It's a level of significance for me here, right over here, within this macro, within the yellow lines. So let's see when it will mitigate that. Hopefully, it will do that. Preferably now. Let me see if we don't have any rain today on the agenda. That will be a God gift. No rain, only a lot of wind. Okay, thank you for that. Tomorrow, no rain. Oh, tomorrow a little bit, but just it's Sunday, some rain. Monday, okay. Not too bad. Okay. Oh, Wednesday again, a little bit. Oh, well. Wednesday. When is it Christmas? I might not. I'm just looking because I don't think I might not be able to. 24th. Okay. Well, we'll see. Oh, are we going back up? You have to pay attention. See how many of those flat bottom candles they make? 1, 2. I see them everywhere. Okay, 335. Above. So it's so hard to enter now. So you know, sort of like, okay, would I enter in this area? I guess not, but it's sort of like no man's land. You don't have a break. You don't have any retest of something. It's really a hard area when you are in this. Let's call it no man's zone, because it's sort of like just accumulating orders, but it doesn't really. It disrespects the first presented fair value gap of London. That's the orange one right over here, right? Then it disrespects. It doesn't really retest. It goes back and forth. It doesn't really retest anything where you can go off. It doesn't respect your macros really. So this is where it gets a little bit. We have to be very careful, and like the entry that I had, you have to be in and then stay in. But I just don't like to be in a trade for many hours. But this is the time that you need one good entry, and then you have to stay in it, especially if you know it's going higher. For example, this area here would have been 152 to 210, but you don't know here that it's going to move this fast. But then this was the retest in a macro of a specific area of a, let's call it an inversion right here, 156. That would have been the entry. But I was struggling with the internet, but I never get in anyway in this area. Then again, this was outside macro, 248. But technically, you can consider it the start of a macro, 248. I think in times like this, you actually have to use them, but it never got back. So, see, now again, it's disrespecting this bearish fair value gap. Let's see. I might start to get back in. Let's see, 140. I think it's going to finalize the move in the 350 to 410 macro. So I'm just thinking, what is best to do? Should I get in already? Are we going to disrespect this? It's already 337. I think we're going to move up. I'm going to wait until we're over this percentage line. I need a body close over this one. Then I'm going to use this inversion as my entry. Yeah, I think I'm getting in. 338. I think it's going to start. I think it's going to finalize the move in the next macro. It's not that many points, is it? It's only 52. $420. 421. Where is 421? Such a small move, actually. 421. Okay, that's here. Yeah, okay, I think that's a good area. 421. Just gonna surpass then this end walk. Are you gonna go take that risk? It might stop here already. 387. It's really a small move. 387, and then again stop. Yeah. Don't go for 420. Well, you can, but you're not gonna. It's not gonna do it in one time today. Okay, I'm getting in. But I'm only gonna. This is a scalp, I guess. I'm gonna take it to the end wall because I don't think. But then again, yes. No, it's gonna take. I think it needs to do. We'll see. This is gonna be nice stuff. Okay, I'm okay with that. I might have to adjust though to see what happens here if it's gonna. But we have a full macro coming, and I think it's gonna run. Plus we got the macro coming, so let's see. It needs to look at the 4 hour. I think we're really gonna. We should get a distribution candle. Oh shit! Not this. Not you. We need a 4 hour. We really need a 4 hour distribution candle. It's really time to do that now as well. It's 421 is right over here. We're gonna take out this high here. 418. I think I'm good here. This high. 341. Let's see, my stop is good.
Order filled.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost in the exact same trade now as well on my account. If we get over this line, I'm going to add one position. I'm okay with the risk, whatever happens. I like it. Yeah, I think it's good. 342. Okay, now we want some distribution candles. Come on, give us some larger candles, baby. I want now speed. The last few days, London times, it was hard to find. Yes, technically there were almost no entries, right? I mean, there was just one or two entries in the 2 a.m., 1:50 to 2 a.m., and then it's just like no retest, not anything at all. I mean, I didn't take any trade yesterday. I couldn't find. I know it was going up, but I just couldn't find the entry. I just did not, and I could not. I really could not find an entry with a proper risk reward. And knowing it was going up, it was very frustrating a little bit, but it was just impossible to frame a good trade. So yesterday was a good example of the only entry was during the 1:50 to 10 macro as well. Well, it was actually the best entry. Then there was one little afterwards, but after that it was just impossible. If you wanna, it will be just pure gamble, and you could be wicked out anytime. Today's a little bit better, but it's still hard though, right? Because you don't know how much time it's going to take going through those wicks. But let's see. I mean, I think it's the macro gives us hope. The 350 to 210, right? 410. It gives us hope. Man, I've been eyeing this area for such a long time now. I really hope it's going to do it in this London session. And then I still have one area above us. I'm still looking to be mitigated. Right over here. It's a big one. But hey, let's see. I don't know if we can make that one. I don't think we're going to make that one in London. You know, once we start taking out liquidity, we have quite a bit of liquidity now that's been created. This is all created liquidity to be taken out, right? The question is when. $345. Yeah, I mean it's also like I mean the monthly candle is still bearish, right? I mean, how far up are we going to go before we go down for the last few days? Okay, come on now. Just move your ass out this range. So fed up with it ranging. But you know, there's actually a good thing about accumulation, right? You have to see it positive. You always get accumulation, AMD, but then again, when it's accumulating within a range, you don't get proper AMD because you can't really you can't really analyze where the manipulation move is. But technically, accumulation is not a bad thing. If you think like, okay, accumulation, we always get a move afterwards, right? But when it's a lot, it sort of gets frustrating a little bit. Now let's see. Still almost macro time. Macro time, macro time. Favorite macro coming up. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Yes. Oh, we love those candles. Now, a little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. What's the midpoint? Where can I trill? I'm going to do it now. I'm going to follow I'm going to be very strict with my rules now. And if I'm not, guys, you can call me out. So midpoint is right over here, 395. Then I can trill to break even. I'm already like, oh my god, I want to already go to break even, but I can't. I'm not doing it. I'm not touching it. I'm just taking my account on. I'm not touching it. 359, 395. 395. It's over 20 points. 348 now. Come on, give us a few. Okay, a little bit in drawdown, a little bit. Six. This macro will tell us a lot, because if this macro does not give the move to the upside, then we're going to get, it just made another wick here in the trend line, and then it might go back down and then make another move to the upside, but then we will get a larger move, like Dean already said, and we had a few others that they said, oh, this liquidity might be taken out, but I think this macro will tell us a lot. If this is going to fail, then I agree, then we're going to take out this liquidity and then make another move to the upside, but it's just, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I think this structure does look bullish to me now, for the time being. It looks bullish, but hey. Patient. She works hard for the money. What do you guys think about this macro? Is it going to be bullish or bearish? What is your take on it? It could might as well just slam down with a manipulation wick. Anything is now. I mean, it looks bullish, and I think it's bullish, but I wouldn't be surprised if it starts. I'm okay with the risk, but it's so weird now, the price action, that I also wouldn't be surprised if it just rejects again. Okay, 3.5. It's 351. Okay, 3.9. I cannot trill until 3.95. 3.95. It's gonna be break even. Just creating wicks. Ooh, look, my TP is exactly at 4 standard deviation. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Oh, aren't you the lovely macro? I love you. Most of the time, this one delivers. Okay. Come on, 395, then I can trill. I'm so eager to trill. Or break even. Come on, let's go to the 1 minute, because I want to see the 1 minute candles print. Aren't you beautiful? Now don't resist here now. I know this is 0.5. This is exactly the point that I hope it smashes through it and that it did the rejection here already. Come on, reject. Don't reject. See exactly the 0.5 here, but let's see if it's just a minor retracement. You already did your thing here. Just give us a body over it. I think it's gonna run. Now don't disappoint me, NQ, please. Do not disappoint me. I know this area, this 0.5 is very tricky though, but let's see. You already did so much accumulation. It's okay. Just go over, put your little head over the little line. You can do it. You can do it. Just a little peek. Go, go, go. Peek over it. Just a little peek, peek, peeky, peeky. Yes. It's so nice out there. It's beautiful above the line. Really. Go have a look. Go have a look. Go put your head over it. And then your body. Okay, it's time to put the magnets on. Yesterday they didn't work, but that doesn't happen a lot. Where's my TP? This is exactly the midpoint and also the 0.5 of that wick. So it's the midpoint of the of this whole range and the midpoint of the wick. So obviously it's going to have a little bit of a reaction there, but three, five, six. So on the 15-minute, we're exactly on in this wick now, in this midpoint here, which is also like you can consider that liquidity as well. So you're stopping exactly 0.5. Oh, funded next future. Santa is leaving tonight. For those who use funded next, 25% off for new funded traders for Rapid and Legacy, and 50% off for all new and existing funded traders. FN Santa is the code. Until today, 24 hours left. So for those who use funded next, I like funded next. I use them a lot. It's actually the only one I use. Hold on, guys. I need to open this. Okay. So that reaction was to be expected right at 0.5. So let's see. 1 past 4. I guess that's a reaction. I'm getting out. Yeah. I'm not staying in. I don't like it. Yeah. You know, this reaction is too strong at the 0.5. Hold on, guys. I need to do something. Okay. Yeah, again, the magnet didn't do its, it doesn't do it, but this is a 0.5 exactly. That I did point it out, and it just did not, it did give that nice reaction, but in the macro, and I think it's just price action is just horrible. I mean, in all honesty, you would think it would finalize the macro, and it just gives, it might go back up again. So this is that 0.5 level of that wick, but also of this gap, but also of the range. So I guess it's a very strong point. Now, it might go back. It's for, yeah, I think it's going to go back up. I should get back in. I'm going to get back in because I still have confidence in the trade though. What was it? Where's my 4? I think it's still going to be exactly at the standard 4 deviation. My stop loss is now going to be right below this wick here. Still good enough. Below that. I'm going to get back in. It's still, it does make sense that it reacted there though. Yeah. Okay, now let's go. 5 more minutes. It's not such a big area where it needs to go. 4-1, what was it? 419. Okay, I'm gonna have my stop. I need everything. I just don't trust the price action. That's why I'm just getting really. But this. Come on, let's go now. Am I in the red? Did I lose some money on this one? Yes, I'm down a little bit, but it's okay. I'll make it back now. Yeah. Here we go. Come on now. Okay, actually, this is a beautiful trade because this is a retest. This is actually a retest that you want to see, right? A retest a first presented fair value gap, and then, but then again, look at this. It's just, this price action is just fucking annoying, to be honest. It's just no follow through. I'm still in it. Let's see if we can run 4 more minutes. We did have a beautiful retest though. I do like it. 3 past. Let's see. Oh boy. Price action is not easy nowadays. Give it one more go and then just fed up with it. Did we tap into the end walk already? Maybe 388 is the, yeah, you see, so this is also an end walk. It does make sense that it sort of rejects here a little bit, but I still think it's, we did not tap into it yet. I think it might. Yeah, this, it's sort of like a small move and it might just. See, it is a 4-hour distribution candle, but see how it's so slow? And that's the tricky part, right? But it's going up, but it's going back and forth, back and forth. But in the 4-hour, it's going to go, it will make its move, but you just have to have a good entry and and it's just really hard. It's being chopped up. Okay, I'm done with this. You know what? It's just not gonna do anything. I think it's just gonna chop around. Um, this might take a long time, guys. It's just gonna probably chop around all the rest of the whole session. We created a, it's already 4 o'clock, so I guess this is the London high now, which is sort of annoying. Let's see if it, I don't think it's gonna push over it. I think the London high is in, so most likely it won't do anything before pre-market somewhere, or let's see, are you gonna do something different now? It's already 4:10. It's already past that time, so it's pretty annoying. It, yeah, So we didn't even go to 2.5. We just went to here, and now it's just going to go back down. Okay. Very disappointing. So I guess this was a trade from here and then back again. It just tapped into the 0.52 times. I thought because we had so many consolidation here already, this would not be as strongly, the reaction might not be this strong here. I didn't like it anymore. It's going to take a long time. They're going to use the whole, I mean, this is really ugly, guys. I mean, this is, I think I asked yesterday as well, like I said, you know, you see how it mimics. If you see it on the left, when I said I don't want to be in a trade, I'm down now on my account, $100. Okay, that's okay. That can be easily mitigated. But you see here, and you can. It's almost like you can almost mimic it also to the right. If you see that, you can expect it, especially when you have a wick like this. But I thought, okay, you see here we exactly 0.5. And then we went down. So it used this, it tricked us to think that it's finally is going to go, and it did not. But then again, I should have been more vigilant in this area, because I did say it, I want to see how it reacted to 0.5. And I didn't wait for it, because I really thought, oh, we're going to go now, we're going to get the distribution. But it can take, I mean, it could also just, you know, consolidate, and we had the 6 o'clock and then make the move right with the next 4-hour candle, because there will be a move to the upside. I mean, they're going to mitigate this area. I'm just sure about that. They're not going to work 2 days in this and then leave it, because it's already an old one. This is one from 17th of December. You know, they're just finishing all imbalances before the new year. But yeah, it's going to take a while, especially because you also have these other wicks here, right? So even though we have the midpoint over here, once it gets over it, it will have a bit more mitigation to do. So a lot of wicks is a lot of back and forth. But I thought we might have a little bit more of a run, but we did not. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's part of trading. Tiana, no, I'm in South Africa. Yeah, I'm definitely Jay Koresh. I'm definitely bearish higher time frame. It's a bearish candle, but we created trend line liquidity yesterday, so we're definitely going to make a move up. They've been creating this all for a reason. So, but the monthly candle is definitely bearish. But hey, hey, I've seen it flip. I've seen crazy things happen. But you would say it's bearish, but price action is not showing us bearishness at all. So they've just been creating all these moves and all these wicks. I think they're gonna take something out of this. But hey, nothing is in these areas, and we've got triple witch today. So I was bearish, but I said I want to see how price behaves at the 0.5 of that wick. We hit it, and since that we've been moving up. So we've been moving up since we hit the 0.5 of this monthly wick. So let's see what happens. But it's a bearish, you would think it's a bearish distribution candle, right? But hey, it's just since, when did it hit that level? Let me check on the daily. I think it was 2 days ago. Just even the daily looks ugly. I just can't even look at it. Look at the weekly. Yeah. Yeah, we hit this level and we had such a strong reaction to the upside now, so just have to wait and see. But I think we both are getting slapped around. If you go long, you get slapped around. If you go short, you get slapped around. There's a lot of wicks, and it's just taking its time. It's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So my trade didn't work out now, but it'll work out later today. Or There will be another trade. If I miss it, I miss it. I'm gonna have some. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna enjoy the sun. Go to the beach, have a nice walk, and then reassess and then see later on. It's always a bummer, right? But listen, guys, when you see a level like this, 0.5, which a level, and it's also the midpoint of this area of the whole box, and yeah, you see how strong it reacts here, right? Even though here it says it was going to push, right? It was like, oh my god, I'm going to push, but it did not. And then again, even though we go up here, you have some more resistance here as well. So most likely it will react in this fair value gap that I marked, which is also the midpoint of this wick again. So it's going to take a long time to get up here. It's going to take a sweet old time. Did anyone try as well that trade? It's sort of disappointing, right? Especially in the 350 macro. I'm always like when nothing works, most of the times that macro delivers, but sometimes it doesn't, like today. And maybe now it might run, but exactly. And lately I've noticed that quite often candles stay a tad lower than previous day highs and lows just to mess up the message. Yeah, and it's there's nothing you can really frame your trade around, right? Because it disrespects levels, and then it's sort of like it doesn't do any retests what you normally use. It doesn't create a proper breaker. It's nothing you can really frame your trade around, and the things that you use doesn't work anymore because technically you're still in chop. And that's sometimes hard to, when you see it in the lower time frame, you think you have a structure, but when you look at the 15, for example, here, you don't have any structure. It's just, you're just in a range. And that's what Dean also said when he got caught in that trade. It's like and that's why I always have my losses, is when I'm in this area and when there's no proper structure, when it's just higher time frame chop. But look, now it might go. Let's see. Now it might go. I quit and wait for New York. Hey, yeah, you made back up some of your money, but you see, exactly, this is where I lose when I'm losing trades, when I'm in chop. But on the lower time frame, it looks like we sort of had a structure, and I'm using the macro, but you see how, and it might run outside macro. Let's see. Oh, well, it does, the 20 to 40 run is a run that you can use as a macro, though. It's not the official macro, but it's a time-based. Yeah, Dean, it's I think it's going to run now. That's frustrating, right? It's very frustrating if it's going to go now. Let's see if it's going to go. I think it's going to go. I think it's going to run to my TP. You bastard. You bloody bastard. We've got unfinished business now. Okay, so now it's at, okay, there's an end walk here. I'm not gonna, okay, so I do wanna mention, I think it's gonna react again here. Why? Because of the end walk. You see, there's an end walk. I might get interested once it gets over this end walk or straight into it. I'm gonna watch. I might enter when it goes over it, because I do think I am convinced of this 4-hour candle that it needs to move, and we only have we have 1.5 hour to go. So I do think it might take out liquidity. But let's see. At 4 standard 2.5 is here. 2.5 is in the midpoint of that end walk. Hello, Aziz Kaita, if I pronounce your name correctly. Do you trade gold? Well, not the pair, but I do look at gold, the futures gold. But not anymore, because it's just consolidating and it's ugly at the moment, just like NQ. But NQ is a little bit more. Yesterday it was a little bit better to look at. So I'm sort of like decided not to look at gold anymore until the next year. But gold is on the menu normally, yes. But now we're just at war with NQ. But also when you see kind of like this, it always like gets you off guard, like, oh my god, it's going to move now, right? Yeah, I'm not going to get in anymore. It's I trade with Funded Next. I just mentioned that they have a good deal. 25% off for new users and 15% off for old users for all evals that they have, or all contracts. I mean, and I like Funded Next. Funded Next is nice. I don't do any affiliate links. I stay away from that. Funded Next is nice now because you know, with those prop firms, they can change like a heartbeat. So I don't want to be in any position that people use my code or something and then they get screwed. I heard Funding Ticks is really bad at the moment. Top Step is causing a lot of people a lot of headache. So I want to stay affiliate links free for now. I don't have any. I don't want to become a car salesman. Hey, use my link. But anyway, just saying. But the code is FN Center on the side of. But I think it's a good deal because I like Funded Next. It's the only platform I use at the moment currently. Yes. And they also have they a lot of restricted countries. I have all my highs and lows already in. Thank you, Jay Koresh. But I already have my indicators, and I'm already aware of the highs and lows. I already have a lot on my chart. A lot of people complain about it. They are right, to be honest. But you can't see it because I made this green box green because of I am waiting for it to be mitigated, but it's not taking. I'll make it a little bit less green so you can see my London high. See, and normally also, if the high is being created before 4 o'clock, it tends not to make a high at 4:25 again, right? So, so everything is a little bit out of tune. Everything is just a little bit different. And thank you for the compliment, Aziz Kaita. Let me just make this a little bit less green because it's an old opening range gap that I've highlighted because it needs to be this area still needs some mitigation, and then when it's done, it's I'm sort of like, you know, okay, this is done, but it's just it's taking so much time. It's just crazy. But yeah. Let's see. Okay, so we tapped into, I'm going to get rid of this line here. So we tapped into it again. So it's using, you know, it's using every little thing as a pointer to go back. 50% of the wick. Then it uses the N walk. Then it uses another. It just keeps on using every little thing. But okay, now it's going. Let's see. It is now going to run. It's now. It does run in those areas in the 20 to 40. I have seen that sometimes it uses those areas to run. Let's see. I think in a few minutes I'm going to touch some grass and then come back in the New York session because it's a beautiful day and I wonder, well, it might just, it's going to run anytime. I mean, sometimes you just have to let go, right? And just accept that you're going to miss a move. It's how it works. I was doing it now. Well, it's good to be on track with your analysis, but then it doesn't work out, right? Okay, let's see. But now it's at 2.5. Let's see if it can just spike all the way through, if it's going to reject again. Perfect for now. I had this as my TP here, 419, 419. I just don't feel like engaging anymore on this price action. I just want to watch. Can't put my, this was my trade. If I would get in here, well, I don't have a proper risk reward though. Here, well, I've used this breaker. Yeah. But then again, I'm actually saying, okay, it's gonna react here again. It's gonna react here again, previously high before it gets here. 419. See, and for on the, you know why it's behaving like this? Because of this large wick. This is the big. This is the causing it. But are we above the 25%? Let me see. Where are we in this wick? It's working its way through it. Oh, what's going on? Where's my TP going on? Is my TP suddenly going on? That's weird. Wow. That was weird, guys. Did you hear that? That was my TV that just went on. Wow. I was like, huh? And I'm like, it just switched on. I think I have a ghost in the house or something. I hope it's a good ghost. Okay, I just want to see what price is doing. So, I think it might go now. Oh, Apex. And yeah, I don't like Apex. I don't like the trading drawdown at Apex. I used to trade a lot with them, but I don't like the trading drawdown. And also, I live in South Africa, so I think that, I'm not able to trade with them anymore. But the trading drawdown is just for me something that I really don't want to deal with. Yeah, I think Tian at some point it will hit, but it's just going back and forth, back and forth. And the thing is, like, if you wanna, just you know, in these trades you have to this has been the trend for lately. You have to have really good entries, like this retest here, and then have your stop, and then stay in it and just wait. I just don't like that. I'm a distribution trader, but I like a clear and clean distribution. Like, you have accumulation, I identify the manipulation, and I get in and I trade the distribution, right? But preferably the distribution within one macro or maybe two max. So that could be 1 hour, but then still it is an up. You don't have this back and forth. But this is just horrible. Yeah. So now, what will happen most likely is, so it tapped again into another level here, but at some point it will be done. Like when it taps into the 25%, which it did, I think. I think the next time, I think it's ready to make its move. Let's see. Where's my line? Here, did it already tap into the 25%? Yeah, it did. Okay. So the reaction that you saw here was exactly the 25%. So let's see if it's ready to move now. Let's see how the 1 hour is looking. Yeah, we already made the 1 hour, the wick. So I do think this 1 hour will give us a nice push. I hope. We got, it's 4:36. 20 more minutes for this candle. So you're going to take out this. The question is this candle now, or is this one going to take out this liquidity here, and maybe even this one? I with all that back and forth, at some point it will have. It is setting itself up to do that, right? You see that, right? Because it sort of like mitigated this whole wick. 1, 2, it went in all these points. It just mitigated every single time and used everything, a little thing that it could do. And at some point now, I would consider this now liquidity. And what time is this one? I just want to see. Where are we on the 19 minute? 1:30, 4:30. Are we ready to take this one out? 1:30, 4:30. Well, let's see. 10:30, 3. Can we take this one off? We don't need this one. Oh. Oh, now we hit the 2.5 standard deviation. God damn it! You know, it's just everything. It just uses so many little things just to not do it. It took its time. Now it's at 2.5, even though it did this. So But hey, it's I mean, price action is sort of bullish, right? It's just taking its sweet old time. It's just taking its sweet old time. It'll move at some point, but it's sort of like it's I'm actually surprised that you guys are still watching this, in all honesty. Respect. I trade RT. Oh, you trade RTI? Okay. Is that the only one that you trade? Do you only trade RTY? I just love NQ. Normally, today I have a love-hate relationship, I guess, with NQ. But it's okay. I mean, it's end of the year, right? It's to be expected, this price action. You know, yearly objectives are almost met. They don't have to do a lot of things anymore, so they're taking their time. A lot of time distortion. Time distortion today. We'll just wait one more macro. I mean, it looks like it's ready to go at some point. So I mean, we're here anyway. We'll take one more macro. It's almost macro time, so you can make the push, and then this gal is gonna take some. It's gonna touch some grass. Yeah, triple, quadruple, and yeah. What else did I forgot? Well said. um, yeah, exactly. So, what else did you forget? I mean, nothing to we can not expect anything better, right? So I guess it's also more like end of the year. Maybe not. It shouldn't be all about trading anymore, but just maybe just looking at just tape reading, paper trading more. Maybe if there's an A+ setup, but I don't think they present themselves as much as we want to anymore. So maybe we should just sort of like get over that a little bit more, right? And be more like, okay, sort of like be like, you know what? It's only paper trading unless we really see an opportunity, but we don't expect it anymore. Something like that, right? I think that might be the best way to. Tiana, Washington, do you teach trading? Well, yes. I used to be a coach. I actually do one-on-one trade, but I don't want to do that too much because it's very extensive. I actually want to do everything on the YouTube channel and with overlap to the Discord. But I had one request for one-on-one trading, and it really depends on the person and how far and what. Because if I do one-on-one coaching, it's very, you know, you really deep dive in someone's where they are, what they need. You really build like a whole mentorship around one person. But that's the only thing. I might do one or two a year, I think, but that's it. But not more than that. But the rest will just be focused on because I just love doing this on the channel, and yeah, so that's actually I had it first in my description, but I thought no, I just want to get it. I just don't want to have it. I don't advertise it. Let me put it that way. But it just depends. Yeah, but technically only 1 or 2 times a year because it takes time. I mean, one-on-one is very extensive for both, not only for me, but also for the one that's getting it. Because you'll work hard. I'll tell you, you'll work hard, and I'm not gonna make it easy for that person, but you'll learn fast. Yeah. Um, but everything, I mean, everything is here basically. And we have a very nice chat. If you have questions, just put them in the chat. People can answer them. And if you are a beginner, I have a basic session for ICT trades, where to start, if that's what you're asking. Is there something specific you're looking for, Tiana? Okay, let's see. 4:45. Are we gonna get some movement in the last macro, or are we just gonna be screwed again? I'm just curious. And then I'm gonna touch some grass. Do we? Did we open higher or lower? Oh shit. Yeah. I don't think this candle is gonna do it. This 1 hour. Let's see. Okay, what's the time? 4:48. Macro time. Oh, you're giving us a little bit of movement. Ooh, that looks exciting and cute. Can you do a little bit more? Oh, no. Are you afraid of that little? You want to put your head over that line? It really doesn't tell you anything, right? I mean, I mean, you cannot really frame any logic from this area. The only thing that I can see, okay, we tested this first presented of London and here and again, but then we could go back into this range here. in this macro, for example, go to suspension block. Or I just could spike up. Okay, so I went into a suspension block here. They could be bullish. Let me see if it respects this suspension. Okay. The bodies are below the midpoint. Let me see, did I do it correctly? Yes. Let's see if the bodies are staying above the midpoint. Okay. Okay, Anki. You're very feisty now. Can you get over the lines? Okay, 51. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. 51, almost 52. is my screen frozen, or is prices not moving at all? 52. I hope we get a little bit better price action in the New York session, though. I mean, this is pretty boring. Hey, hi, Popka. Hello, my love. Let's see. Hello. Okay. I have a coach who sent us a little, but I don't feel like I'm learning much. I'd like actually learn how to trade and not have to rely on his system. So what is he? What are you actually teaching right? What are you learning right now? What concepts are you doing right now, Tiana? And also, if someone sends you alerts, I mean, I don't do signals. You know, it's the group that is here. It's a really nice group because if I go long, they just go short, and it's all about not being right or wrong, but just learning together here. And obviously, I am the one who's streaming, but it's not that I am here and giving the signals, but a lot of people in this group, they say, oh, I don't agree, I'm going to go short, and if one of us is wrong, we go over it, like what happened, and you know, we learn from it. But I am ICT based, so everything that I do here will have an ICT. Hey, look at the trade. Will be ICT based, but I have given it a bit of my own. I've also deep dived more into time So I've added more time-based elements to the trading as well, but it's ICT based, what I do here. I look a lot of time. I implement a lot of time-based strategies as well. It's like a building block for me. So if you are interested in ICT already, I'm in ICT, but I'm not sending alerts or signals. I do trade, but I do what most people here are doing, and they just I think they're more here for fun, I guess. Hey, Vinder Singh, see you later. Yeah, lethargic PA, I know, it's horrible. I'll see you later. Bye. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. But yeah, I don't like sending alerts as well. I mean, like, you know, I would rather go over the logic of a trade. Why am I looking at it? What's happening here? Why are we in chop? Why is this chop? How could we, you know, identify the chop, and how could we stay out of it? That's more important to me. And then you can trade on your own, right? And we trade together more like, and we don't have to be in the same trades. We can be in different trades, on different sides of the trade, and so both be right. So, but yeah. But yeah, if you just get alerts, you're not learning anything, to be honest. You're just getting alerts and you have no idea what he's actually looking at. Why? You just want to, I think it's better to know the logic behind the trade, and that's more important, and to learn structure, things like that. So the lesson of today was actually when not to trade. Yesterday it was patience and acceptance, and today it's actually more like, okay, when should we not trade? And I guess today is a good example, because it doesn't really, you know, it's hard to find. Well, it's reacting. It's sort of like respecting the suspension block, and we're in a macro. But if the macro runs like this, you already have your answer. Actually, the 450, the 350 macro actually already gave us a lot of information, right? Because if that one doesn't do it, you actually just want to wait until pre-market. But then again, you know, even though it would run to my old TP now, it just doesn't really, it doesn't mean anything, because you don't want to be in this price action, right? It's just horrible. You want to save your bullets for better days. So the only confusion that, you know, the only thing that I find a little bit confusing is normally when you hit 25%, you have a retracement, and then at some point, you know, it does go, it makes the move. But everything seems to be taking a little bit longer today. Like for example, well, I'm on the 1 hour, but I would say when you see something like this happen and then it goes back and you have the next macro, you would, you know, it would take out this wick, for example. Well, the macro is still not finished, but let's see if it's going to take out at least this. I would really love to see this high taken out. It does feel a little bit bullish to me because of this suspension and respecting this. So let's see if it's going to at least take out this at 402. We are at 382 now, so let's see if we can make 20 points. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, NQ, you can do it. Suspension block, macro. We already hit. We've worked our way through this whole week. We already went through the quarters, the 0.5, and then we have the 25 here half an hour ago. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, this macro might give us that little push now. So I'm just, let's hope it just 402. Let's see if we can do that now in this macro. Or are you gonna reverse again and just not do it? But I think I wouldn't be surprised if it does it now. Maybe I'm asking too much. No, I'm not asking too much. We already mitigated this. There's poetry. So I'll put it on. But then again, there's much more room to the upside, right? Because this whole, I do believe that we are mitigating this whole block, this remaining opening range gap on the 4 hours. So if this is not done in this at 6 o'clock, I think we might get another continuation candle, or it's going to be the manipulation move and then go down or something. But it has to be a body though. I need a 4-hour body here in this area. So if we're gonna get continuation, oh shit. If we're going to get a continuation, I still have another remaining opening range gap up here. So I wonder if we're going to get another. That's high, right? 750. But hey, it's we have quadruple Friday. We could have some craziness. So okay, you see, new hour started. Yeah, gotcha. We didn't do it. 5. But let's see if the macro is not done yet. Actually, you want to see a bearish reaction if you're bullish when you start a new candle, because it might be the manipulation wick, but then you want to see the continuation very soon after. Yeah, no, it's too bearish. You know what? It's bearish because it also opened below the close here. It's bearish. It's very bearish. It might go into this wick. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm really not interested in this price action anymore. Because this hourly candle now is just going to go most likely in this wick, and we've got 2 wicks on both sides now. Maybe 6 o'clock. It does add up. Looking at the 90-minute, it might make the move at 6, but I don't care. I want to do something else. I'm just fed up with this price action. It's really annoying. It's not going to do anything. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna leave it at here. I'm just tired of looking at this price action. Well, let's watch the end of the macro though. I just really want to see if it's gonna make that move. The bodies are still respecting the midpoint of the suspension block. You see that? And we're still in the macro though. So let's see. I want to look at some other data as well. We did open lower than the close, so that is technically bearish. But then again, everything is being. You could already tell here, right? I mean, this open as well was lower than the close here, and it did not take out any liquidity. There's already little algorithmic signatures as well. So under this open as well. So I'm sort of like a little bit skeptical if this candle is going to make that move. We might have to wait another. We might get one of these candles like these, like a session like this in between, right? That's what I'm thinking now. And then we might not get the move before 9 o'clock. All possible, because if I'm looking at those 19-minute cycles, I think mine. If I said if it doesn't do between the 250 and 310 macro, it's going to be 6 or 9 o'clock. I just think we're going to get a few of these. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And Q, you can do whatever you want. I'm done with you for now. I love you, but I'm going to leave you. I'm going to do my own thing today. Later on, I'll see you back again if you're in a better mood. But again, we have to pay attention because there's a lot going on today. But we might get a nice TGIF though. And maybe to the upside. So anyway, so guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you guys later today. Yeah. Lance has a question. Are you constantly getting payouts? Are you mainly pro firm trading? Yeah, I live off trading. I live in South Africa. I travel the world. I live here now, and trading is my source of income. I haven't what is sim farming? What the hell is that? I have no idea what sim farming is. But yeah, trading is my source of income. And I started this YouTube channel 4 months ago, but that doesn't provide me any income. So this is just the fun. This is actually the fun part of it. Instead of trading by myself, I now have some company and I have some nerds I can relate to. So so anyway, hope that answers your question. Any other questions before I let you guys go? And hope you can guys touch some grass as well. I mean, it's just not worth it to watch this price action and just lose money, because that will happen the longer you stay in. And like I said, you know, this is a bearish candle. We opened below it and it looks like it wants more downside. And I think it's gonna wait. We're not gonna have any upside soon before either 6 o'clock or maybe even later. We'll see. Just want to make sure I don't want to leave you guys. If you still have something you want to ask or share before I touch some grass. Oh, guys, I see some people subscribe. Thank you. I don't get those alerts all the time. So wow, I'm almost at 600. I can't even. I was at 600. I was at 500 not even a couple of days ago. So I'm just really overwhelmed by you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, you're gonna play basketball? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's good to get your body do something. Yeah, let's have some exercise, and then we'll see each other back later today with a fresh mind, right? Be prepared for what's coming. So, okay, guys, love you guys, and I'll see you back later today. Ciao, ciao. Enjoy your day.